The games are coming thick and fast as tomorrow Forest will host Sheffield United. So welcome to a slightly earlier edition of Week 2's Predictor Stream. Good morning, good evening, or good night, wherever in the world you are. I hope you're having a fantastic day. And welcome to the Predictor Stream. And there have been some big scores from you guys on it from last week. We'll have a look at Leaderboard in a second. We got the usual panelists. Oh, I've just seen your name twist. Are you actually serious? Never a pen.
Never a pen, man.
We'll get into that in a sec. What the actual hell? And we got Simple As. He's out of his mourning period. Still Kane? No?
I'm all right.
Yeah, a bit of Aussie rules football. Anyway, guys in the chat, good to see you. Hope you're well. I've got a little bit on Brandon Johnson for you. We'll cover it off in more details tonight on Gore. But the Greek father has sat down with the Yank and they have talked Brennan Johnson. And it is looking like if it's going to happen, it will be pure cash. The Greek father does not want an exchange of players. So very interesting. Okay, we got a lot to get into. Let's say a few highs. Afternoon, Mark. Afternoon, Stoney. Hi to the three knobs, he says. Rick and Dino's just obsessed with Twist right now. No is the answer. They're rubbish. And the rest of you are in here as well. Keith, good to see you. James, good to see ya. Cody, good to see you. Phil, yeah, fourth, not bad. Cody, fifth. Well, we'll have should we start with the board? Because a lot of you have got some explaining to do. Evening, whatever it is, Martin. Hope you're well. Cujo, good to see you. And yes, Greg, we are back indeed. All right, let's kick off with this leaderboard. Let's just bring that up here. Congratulations to Tony with 21.5 points. That's quite high. That is some good work. Well done, Tony. Cutie Pie with 18.5. And then JB with 18. Not bad at all.
Hey, you got 4 exacts. That's pretty impressive.
4 exacts, yeah. Not bad at all.
Pretty lucky
we got Peter in fourth. What the hell's Stoney doing in fifth? That's unbelievable. And then Blockbuster, the High Press, and Sydney make up the to the top 8. And then Ez, I can't believe, I'm so embarrassed. I got the same amount of points as Ez, man. What is going on? Seriously. But me and Ez are in 9th. And then Blifon is in 11th. Let's have a look, though, towards the bottom half of the table.
What the hell happened to us, man?
Yeah. Well, there you are, Twist. You're holding hands with Ant on 11.5 points. What the actual hell happened?
That's a respectable start, man. Look, we've got to give you guys a little bit of a chance to get involved in this, man. You don't want to pull away like last year. It's only one week, man. Plenty of weeks to go.
What are you saying that's true for, man? Do you want me to keep scrolling, Mo? Where are
you? I don't know. What's going on here? I don't think I did that bad.
Even Martin's ahead of you. And then we've got... Where are you? There you are, in 77th place with 10 points.
Wow. Double digits, it's fine. As Twist said, give you a chance, man.
RB down there as well.
I mean, even RB's there. RB's down there, so it must
be down there, whoever he is. Oh, Mai's in 82nd place. Who's holding up the old wooden spoon? Let's keep going. Sai's had a terrible week, just making the top 100 with 8.5 points. And then we got, DJ's had a bad week. And Marky Boy, 112 with 7.5 points. If you got a picture, it's so much easier to spot you out. Lunty, 116th. And then we got Mikey with the wooden spoon of 4.5 points. What the actual hell? That is not good. That is not good. And as Sarah says, typical Spursy knowledge. Absolutely agree. Martin, what are you laughing at? You're nowhere to be seen either. Okay, so there's a lot to discuss. A lot of big games coming up, and we're going to kick it off with the Forest match because that's first out of the blocks. So I've got to figure out how the hell to get back to it. I think I'm there. All right, Sheffield United are coming to the City Ground. I've been looking forward to this match for a long time at the world famous City Ground. Let's take our minds back.
You said the other day, and I quote, "You've got Sheffield United on the same level as your hatred for Man U," which I don't believe at all, but say that it is.
I do.
Then you're expecting a guaranteed win here, surely.
I think this has to be a guaranteed win. I don't think it's a can be, can't be. I think this has to be. If Cooper messes this game up, then I expect him to be in trouble with the Greek father with a bit of a telling off following it, especially with the start we've got.
Your season starts here for me, man, to be honest. Last week was whatever. Everyone knew what the outcome was going to be. He made it look better. I mean, it was 2-0 until the 82nd minute, and I predicted he was going to get the lowest ever percentage stats in Premier League history, and you were sitting on that until the goal from Awoni. But look, we all know that Cooper knows how to play a low block and 5 at the back and go to these big teams and keep the score down slightly. So we didn't learn anything new last week. This is the week where we learn Cooper ball. This is where Cooper ball has to kick in, man. He's been talking about it for long enough. This is where it's got to kick in. And you can't get a better fixture than this. I'm probably going to say this is the easiest fixture you're going to have all season. You're massive favourites by the bookies. You've got nearly a full-strength team, I'd say, barring maybe Felipe. Sheffield United are semi in the mud already. Nothing impressive last week. They've lost some of their key players. They've got a couple through the door this week, but they're probably not match fit or whatever. So you've got literally no excuses. This is it. This is where Cooper has to show what he's got, man. And for me, it has to be a guaranteed win as well. I'm going to put you down for a win, but it has to be a guaranteed win. And I think Cooper hates these kind of fixtures, if I'm brutally honest. He prefers the one last week where he's the underdog. This week, he's got to show what he's got, man. He's got to show this Cooper ball. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting.
Did a bit of a Churchillian speech there. I'm kind of getting me excited as well there. I mean, I can't really argue too much what he's saying. I don't know. What about you, some plasma? Do you see it the same way, or?
Yeah, I think most people are going to.
Before I come to you, let's see. Sarah saying easier than Luton. Martin saying 3-2 to Forest. High scoring game will be similar to the Southampton one. Mike saying no excuses. We need a dub. If we lose this, Cooper needs to be gone. Ant saying me and Twist sitting in a tree. Well, that was the top 50 tree anyway. Cody saying Cooper needs to put out a good game. Who's Stan? I don't know what you're talking about there. I don't know what you're talking about. He's saying though 2-0. I mean, it's good to see the Leicester fans are still trying to get a taste of Premier League. First thing that Twist says that I can agree with, Stoney. James saying Twist is right. Time for Cooper to stand up. Well, how do you see this one, Mo?
Yeah, I mean, looking at Sheffield United, and you were going on about how bad they are last few weeks. I mean, they didn't really impress. I mean, against Palace, they got demolished. I mean, I think it was like 70% possession, 25 shots by Palace, something like that. They didn't really show up, and that was at home. So I dread to think what they're going to do at the City Ground. I mean, Forest got dominated, yeah, but again, it's Arsenal. They do that to a lot of teams.
They did
so it can't really compare being dominated with possession against Arsenal and Palace. So for me, you're at home, first time at home this season. It's got to be an easy win, surely. I can see Sheffield United sneaking a goal, but I think you'll win this quite comfortably.
Can I just have a moment to talk about one of the biggest pricks in football? I just can't even stand looking at him. Yeah. And what he's doing in the Premier League is beyond me. And that's goddamn heading bottom, man. Sitting bottom. Because I can't stand. He's got so much arrogance about him. You would think he was Pep, man. And he just thinks he is the big man. I mean, I don't understand how Jed Spence didn't punch him in the face. You got to respect Jed Spence's resilience when he slammed that ball in him in the semi-finals. And the fact that he's holding on to a stud off the boot of one of our players.
I don't get this.
So
what is
pathetic.
this? What is this meant to mean? He kept a stud of who? Which player was it from?
I don't know what player it is, but he's got it in a glass frame in his office. Yeah.
So he's
going to bring it to the City Ground as if it's some kind of trophy. I mean, it's probably as close as he'll ever get to a trophy in his life.
I don't know. It's a weird one for me. I don't get what he's doing there. I don't really know that too much about him, but obviously you've got this old enemy rivalry with him. And I'm trying to think back. What was the score? The semi-final. It went on penalties, wasn't it? Samba won it for you.
Yeah, we won 2-1 in the first leg. They got a fluky corner goal in the 90th minute, and then we went. We scored with Jono to go. What would that have been? 3-1 up, and then we just like capitulated after half time, man. And then suddenly they were back in it. And then do you remember that save by Brees, man? That like 2-yard save in last minute or so of extra time, puts it behind. They should have scored it. And then of all people, Morgan Gibbs-White misses the deciding penalty. Well, I'm just getting goosebumps just remembering it back. Getting goosebumps.
I don't really know what their plan is though this season, man. They're almost like they're admitted defeat. I mean, it's not fair enough coming up and like sticking with the same team and sticking with the same style of play, but they've lost 2 or 3 of their best players. They're bringing in people like Davies on a free from Everton, who's nothing special. They're not spending any money. I mean, I don't expect them to go out and spend hundreds of millions, but at least give it a go, man. It's like they've already admitted defeat and just waiting for the parachute payments next year. So, like I said, there's got to be a Forest win.
They're definitely a worse team than when we met them in the playoffs. They've lost that striker. They've lost Berg. They've got a couple of obviously old Forest boys in there. I just don't see anything that they can have. I don't even think I would add on top of this that this is the best time to play them. I think any time of the season is good, but this time of the year where they're still trying to figure out their team, adapt to the losses of their players. I've got to say, Cooper's got 0 excuses on this one. He can't hide behind injuries. He can't hide behind anything on this one. Players gelling, all that stuff, the usual stuff. He's got to come out. And for me, it's not about the scoreline. It's about the performance. This is obviously the performance is the scoreline's important, but I want to see a performance, man. If I'm not gonna have to sit through low block through most of the season against the crappers, show me some, attacking football.
Let me ask you this question. Do you think you will have more possession than Sheffield United? Not win, whatever.
We better do. Is what I'm going to say. We better do. This could be the first time Forest get over 50% possession in the Premier League since we've been back.
And will he play more than 2 attacking players?
He better do. He better do is my answer on that. Yeah, will he? I don't know. Look, with this stuff as well on Jono going to Chelsea, will Jono play tomorrow? What if Jono was to get injured? If this is true, and I feel it is, I feel this Chelsea link is really strong, yeah? If he can't risk Jono on the pitch, if Jono was to pick up any kind of injury and cost us potentially 50 million, Marinakis will have his knackers on a plate. I don't know. Do you think Jono will play? Chat, will Jono play tomorrow?
Do you get this Jono links in players? Do you understand why Chelsea are interested in Johnson?
No idea, man. Why would a top 4 squad, no offense, go for Jono? He hasn't really shown.
They were 8th or 9th. No, they were 11th.
I think it makes less sense than the Spurs link, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, I find the Spurs link, quite partially believable because, we do need some wingers, and he might kind of fit the system, but Chelsea seem to only be interested in, 100 million types of signings and big names. I mean, I don't really see Johnson as that. He's more of a very good championship level player, or, second half of the Premier League type for me.
Exactly. I think if he goes Chelsea, he's not a guaranteed starter from Johnson's point of view. If he's wanting first team football every week, you don't want to go Chelsea. And to be honest, even Villa, I don't think he's guaranteed a spot every week at Villa.
He'd get in at Villa.
Where would he get in at Villa, man? If they play like a 4-4-2 and they play Diaby and Watkins up front, and if Jono's had to be one of them positions, he's not going to knock out one of them.
On the right wing or something.
Maybe.
He ain't getting in.
You got to get into Spurs. He definitely gets into Spurs. Kulusevski's crap, man.
Not every week.
He would not, man.
What formation would you play tomorrow? Would you, if you were Cooper, would you go with the back 5? Would you go with the 4?
You're at home, man. You have to go for it. You just have to go for it, surely. And against Sheffield United as well. Like when's if you're not going to play it now, when will you play it?
And that's the point, isn't it? That's the point. I still think he might go with a back five.
He might.
I think he will win it.
I think either way it will work.
2-3-1. It's screaming for it.
Either formation, I think, will work, and I think he'll win. But the manner of the win depends.
And Woney's a guaranteed because he's back to fitness, I'm assuming now. And then Alanga came off and looked impressive. So
he was all right. Yeah,
you got to be giving him a shot, surely. And then if they keep Jono out, who else could play on the wing? If you do go 4-2-3-1,
Dennis,
I ain't seen him at all.
Oh no, wait, he's in Greece. I mean, that in itself doesn't make sense. Why would you get rid of Scarpa when you're about to get rid of one of your main wingers? We'll discuss that tonight on God. That's for a Forest stream. All right, Forest win this one, man. I think it'll be 2-0.
I'm leaning towards 2-1.
The old fence score. What have you got with me?
I'm the same. I went 2-1. I can see him sneaking something, especially if you attack.
I'm going 2-0. Let's see what you guys have gone. So where is the Judas? I swear to God, chat, if there's a single one of you that have given Sheffield United a win, you are about to be named and shamed. Right?
Banned.
70.
Jimmy, you're a legend. Sydney, legend. All these lot here, legends.
Why's Red Dog? Oh, Red Dog's playing twice. Is he interesting? Cheating, eh?
Hold on. We need to see. This is the name and shame time. Is anyone gone?
I don't think there'll be anyone. Right.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. All right, guys and girls. Hunt him down. Sigel. Hunt him down. He's gone 1-0 for Sheffield United. Cutie pie. That in itself is not acceptable. Lunty. Just because you're sitting in the top 5, no. An evil Jim, no. No, that's not on. Even this. Stoney's gone 1-0? Really? Okay. What was the percentage? 73% have gone Forest in the overall side. 21 gone for the draw. And 6% have gone for Sheffield United. He says he respects it. I can't exactly. Draw is basically you going for a loss. It's not acceptable.
Especially with the fixtures you've got coming up.
Exactly. This is must win for Cooper, not for Forest, for Cooper for me on this one. Okay. I did not predict 2-0. What the frick? Is this the right one? Anyway, Fulham Brentford. Nick, Fulham Brentford. Fulham got off to a win just. They got lucky against. Am I on the right one here?
Yeah.
No, they got off to the
Everton.
win. I don't think they
Brentford
deserved that.
Got unlucky against Spurs.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't think Fulham deserved a win away at Everton. And Brentford, they look good. They look pretty much the same as what we expected from last year, same this year. I mean, they're missing Tony, so they're going to lose a few goals there. But I think Brentford will actually go to Fulham and get the win here. Fulham were not that impressive against Everton. Everton just could not get a goal. And so Mitrovic looks like he's on his way, and you can't...
Is he gone or is he on his way, Mitrovic?
Sorry?
Is he gone or is he on his way?
Well, on his way. I haven't seen Romano fully say, here we go on it yet. But as far as I know. And then Jimenez has come in and he's... I don't know. You can't trust him. And ever since he had that head injury, he's just not been the same player. So I can't see him fit in the boots of Mitrovic. I'm going to go for a narrow Brentford win on this one.
I mean, you got to see him in the flesh, Mo. Brentford.
Yeah, Brentford, as I said.
Hold on. Who's this Jacob guy? Seriously? Anyway.
Yeah, Brentford, as just said, basically what they were like last year, just minus Tony. They're still just a solid unit, well organised, hard to break down. They were playing a bit of a low block against us as well. Fulham, I went for an Everton win that day, and I was so annoyed because I had so many chances to score a goal, and I shouldn't be at freaking 70th in the table, whatever, because of that. So for me, I can see Fulham sort of stepping it back up, back at home now, and maybe just eking out a score draw, I think, from my side.
I'm thinking a draw as well. This stinks of a bit of a draw. West London derby, like the two crappers of the West London. It's a draw for me. It's a draw. I think a 1-1 draw. I hate going draws though, man.
It's a risky score for sure.
I'm there for a draw. What are you lot saying in the chat? Is it a draw or not? I can't really be asked to go through all the pool ones. Chester Leicester's gone 1-1. Could be a draw. A lot of people saying a draw, you know. Let's just have a look at the percentages on this one. Let's have a quick gander. And the percentages are 38, 37, 25. It's pretty split pots. Pretty split pots on that one. That means it's not going to be a draw, isn't it? There's just too many people going for the draw that it won't be the draw. But all right, whatever.
Go where you got, man. Go where you got.
I gone with my gut. I gone with the draw. All right, Liverpool and Bournemouth. Oh. Liverpool looked good for 20 minutes against Chelsea. And then when Salah's goal got disallowed, that was it. They were like, screw this game. But I like their attack.
How can we just all just take a minute and just make fun of Liverpool? How embarrassing the summer transfer window has been for them. Man. Everyone they go for, they're getting trumped at. Even freaking Amrabat, they tried to inquire about him. He's saying, nah, I'm just going to wait for Man U to get the money together. I still want to get there. Even freaking Tyler Adams, the team they're playing, man, has decided to go boring mouth instead of Liverpool, man.
Wait, they done?
I don't know if it's done. I'm making that up, but they've done the release fee, I think. They've matched the release fee for him, so he could be going Bournemouth. And they've decided to get someone from German football you probably know everything about, some 30-year-old midfielder.
Yeah, even I don't know him, man. The guy from Stuttgart. Yeah, I called my boy Mangala. Even he didn't know about him, and he played with him. So
well, there you go, man.
Yeah, but what is going on with them? Like, they are a couple of midfielders short of putting together a top 4 team, I think.
Why have they lost their appeal? Can anyone fill me in? I'm happy to hear about it, but why have they suddenly getting outdone by Chelsea on every transfer, even though Chelsea got no European football? Is this the Poch factor? What is it?
I think they just lost that fire, didn't they? They lost Mane, and that was just a lot bigger than everyone suspected. Except for us, because we did mention it. I'm not going to say. And then like Salah's getting a little bit older. You know, there's rumors of him going to Saudi, maybe. Alisson even a bit unsettled there. I don't think it'll happen, but it's just it just seems like people that sort of COVID team that they had, where they were sort of very attacking and just running riot over everyone. It's just dying away, getting a bit aged.
Do you think Klopp's under pressure, Mo? If he messes up, is he gone?
I think. No, if he ever gets fired, it'll be like next season if that happens. I think he's done too much to have any pressure this season.
What about you, Nick? You think he could go?
I don't think he'll go, man, just for what he's done history-wise. I think if he ever goes, he'll be the one that makes the decision and leaves himself, to be fair. I can't remember where we put him in the predicted table a couple of weeks ago, but I feel like they're going to have a similar season to last year, to be honest, man. Unless they do some real good business in the last few weeks of the summer transfer window. They're going to be decent at home, and they're going to scrape to maybe a 5th, 6th position, I think. So,
did you see this as well? You know, when he got subbed off, as Martin's saying here, pretty much like he told his agent to call Saudi straight after, didn't he?
What it was.
Yeah.
I don't know why he was so pissed, man. I often see him get subbed after like 70, 75 minutes. He's one of them ones that often gets subbed off. So, I don't know.
I think they smashed him, man, though. I think it's 3-1.
Yeah, it's still
yeah.
What have you guys gone?
I've gone 2. I've gone 2 now.
Yeah, I was thinking 2 now. So.
I think they'll score a few. I mean, Bournemouth, as much as I hate to say it, they've had a good transfer window. And I do want them down because of the stadium rule, but still. I mean, 98% have gone Liverpool. My God, 9-0 from Dylan. That's no messing around. Quite a few big scores here. Has anyone gone Bournemouth? Let's have a quick look. No one. More people went Sheffield United than gone boring, man. What the actual hell? You gone quite low, Nick, 2-0. And you, Mo. Yeah. I think there'll be a few goals in that one. I think there will. But okay, so as much as you lot just cussed down Liverpool, everyone's gone for them. Oh my God, look at this for an ugly match.
Right.
One game I won't be watching this weekend.
Wait. Is their stadium ready? Chat, is their stadium ready? Just a quick thank you to Macho Mitch for subscribing. Please don't forget to hit the like if you haven't already. Someone must know. Is there cracking
It's off,
stadium
man. Look,
already?
Look, read the line at the top.
Oh, okay. Postponed.
Yeah.
Wait,
wow.
what? Okay, wait. While we're postponing that, Nottingham now and then. That's way too generous. Never a pen. Thank you so much for the £10. That decision on Monday proves your team's name. Manchester United. I promise you, we will be asking Twist about it very shortly.
Wait, so is he
Very
agreeing?
shortly.
He's saying that it was never a pen. Interesting.
Wait. This fixture's been postponed due to ongoing work. So blah, 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 blah. We'll move the fixture, blah, blah, blah. So are they not playing this weekend?
No, but do we have to put the prediction in?
Just do it anyway.
Save any prediction made. All right, I'll just go like 2-0 then. All right, let's just get that out of the way. Thank God, man. Thank God that's not being played. It shouldn't be played because of the stadium. It should be played because of how crap it looks. All right, so let's move on to Wolves and Brighton. Oh. Actually, now would be a good time to talk about Wolves. It's got an L there in their column. Nick, should that not be a D?
A D?
A D?
Was it a penalty? Was it a penalty?
It should be a W.
Was it a penalty?
It should be a W,
it should be 3. Yeah. Was it
How
a
penalty, man? Anana's new to the league.
Oh my God.
He's giving out 2-armed hugs, man. That's what he's doing. He's just welcoming all these players. He just wanted to hug the freaking Wolves defender, man. The ball was nowhere near them. It wasn't affecting the ball at all.
Nick, shut up. Nick.
Okay, I call that. I have admitted it before, and yes, I agree. It was a penalty. Yes, we were lucky. Yes, VAR made a mistake.
Again.
And yes, it's been a massive overreaction because we never get any good decisions going our way. So when one does go our way, we have to everyone has to.
Can you just say that again on full screen? Can you confirm? Was it a penalty?
I agree. I said it after the game. It was a penalty. They made the wrong decision, but this is one decision, man. If I go back to last year with my dossier,
there it is. There's the classic.
My dossier last year, we deserve some luck, man. And to be honest, this is probably going to hinder us because the refs are going to have it in the back of their mind because the media made a massive deal about it.
Such a bell end in my
Every decision going forward is going to go against us now because of this one decision.
Oh my God!
And I'll tell you what, even the worst decision of the weekend. That freaking goal that was disallowed in Everton versus Fulham was a much worse decision, and that was a disallowed goal. This was just
change the narrative.
No one cares about that.
Stop changing the narrative.
Yet no one's calling Fulham Varham. It's because it's all about Man U, man.
Doesn't sound good.
We're the biggest club in the country, man. Everyone loves to talk about us. So look, I'll take it on the chin. I'll take this one on the chin. Other weeks we've had arguments about it, but this one was lucky. But notch it down. We're not going to get any more decisions going forward.
Someone clip that. Someone note the time and date. This is the first time in, how old are we again? 21 years of knowing Twist that he has ever admitted to Manchester United being Manchester United.
Proof in the pudding that we don't get many decisions because the first one I've admitted.
I mean, you're sounding like an idiot again now.
I mean, I had a little bit of respect for him when he started off with, it was a penalty, And then I was like, where's he going with this? Oh, but we've had bad decisions. One of that classic old argument of we've had bad decisions.
If you
it's just shocking. I would have respected you more if you actually said it wasn't a penalty and made up something about the ball had already gone and he'd come and smashed into him or something like that. But just to say we have bad decisions. Everyone has bad decisions. But that is just...
I agree with that.
The referees have literally been called off this weekend. They've been banned or whatever for a week. They should be fired. It should be like the Arsenal one where they get fired. I mean, literally, like a child, a 6-year-old would have known that that's a penalty. It's just unbelievable. That just screams corruption or something. You can't be that stupid.
You know who thought it wasn't a pen? Goldbridge.
You can't be that stupid to not. And the worst part is they didn't even ask the ref to come and check it. At least
it was worse. They send the ref to the halfway line. Absolutely blagged all the Wolves fans. Like he was going to check the monitor. And he goes and books that sheep. What's his name? Gary O'Neill, whatever his name is. It was like that makes it even worse, man.
And then the best part is son for Spurs grazes the guy's boot lightly. and we get a penalty against us. And the annoying thing is now, all the some United fans, it was a penalty. It doesn't matter now. They've got the 3 points. It's over. Yeah, and we play them next week, and watch there be no repercussions.
It's not just that. Why didn't they give him the pen afterwards?
Look, if you want to talk about
why did they
not
restart the match and give him the pen?
Decision? You're talking as a Forest fan who literally got in the Premier League based on a dodgy VAR decision. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Twist. You know what this is called? Twist. This is called whataboutism. That's whataboutism. Yeah. That's the definition of it. What about this? What about that?
Okay, so when I come on and like last season numerous times and was moaning about decisions against us, and Wolverine's here saying, "Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, I didn't see that," and then we just move on quickly.
Shut up, man! You got a book of maybe half a page with one line written in like 200 size font just to make it fill out the page.
How many penalty not given at Palace? We lost 2 points. Southampton at home, penalty not given. We missed out on 2 points. Casemiro red card. Sancho penalty.
Should have been red.
By the way, talking about Casemiro.
These are all just the same level of bad decisions, but you won't hear the press going on about it for fucking 4 days.
You sound like an idiot. Answer me, Nick. Answer me the question. Why didn't they, after the match had finished, review it and then start the match again and give them a penalty?
Okay, tell me when that's ever happened.
You against Brighton.
No,
yeah, well, they ended the game. He blew the full-time whistle. He blew the full-time whistle.
You just
You're stupid, man, because that was still in the game. They reviewed the decision while the game was still going on.
The ref blew the final whistle. Oh, thank you very much.
And you don't even know the rules of the game. Okay, this is Wolverine's thinking. Okay, yeah. So everyone's gone in, they've done the post-match, and let's just kickstart the game again now at freaking 11 p.m.
When has that ever happened? And I just told you, you against Brighton. Final whistle had gone, they VAR'd you and gave you a penalty for the win. There's your answer.
Wait, but it's completely different because you're saying VAR made the decision and then after the game you want VAR to double check it again.
Final whistle had gone, yes or no? Yes or no? In your
was it exactly the same? Was it a like-for-like situation for the Brighton game? No.
Go.
You talk about me saying whataboutism. You just did the exact same thing. So.
No. I asked you a question and then you responded saying, when has that happened? And I just told you.
Yeah, and I'm saying it wasn't the exact same scenario. It wasn't the same thing.
What matters after the final whistle goes?
All right, you by your rules, okay.
by my rules.
You can say they're exactly the same, but everyone knows they're not exactly the same. Look, I put my hands up. I said it was lucky. We're not going to get any more decisions this season. That's for sure. When we get up against us, I want this same passion. I want this same analysis on the ones that go against us.
No, you'll get it
right now. But you won't see it. Because Wolverine will just say, "Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, I missed that bit," and move on. Because that's what he does.
The difference here is a normal fan just puts their hand up and says,
"I did that.
Yeah, it wasn't a pen." You and your lot, the Man U lot, have to sit there and be like, "Yeah, it wasn't a pen, but."
Wait, didn't you just say Goldbridge said it wasn't a pen? Didn't you just say Goldbridge said it wasn't a pen?
Yeah.
So you just contradict yourself.
Well, people don't call him a Man U fan, do they? Call him a Forest fan. Anyway.
All right, we've had enough of that. Let's move on.
Anyway, Wolves versus Brighton, right? Wolves versus Brighton. I think Brighton win.
I think Brighton win, man.
Really?
I could see Wolves.
I mean, it depends how bad are Man U because Wolves absolutely ran right. That Cunha guy literally took on your whole team about 6 times.
Butter, man, absolute knife through butter. I mean, I'm more worried about the freaking how we played than any decision at the end there because I just got deflated after that game. To be fair, absolutely deflated for the whole season. I was expecting.
Imagine being deflated after getting 3 fluky points.
Talk about that, man.
I'll take the 3 points all day. I get that decision every week, man.
Chat, what are you saying in this one, chat? Because I were Wolves good or Man U crap? Because this could be a draw. Is that Molyneux?
That's what I'm partially.
We made them look like Champions League contenders, Wolves. So I don't think they're that good. And against Brighton, who are more organised in their style of play than we were on Monday, I can't see Brighton not winning. To be fair. And Wolves can't score, man. They had numerous chances. They got pure benders.
They are such benders. They are such. Actually, might have. They missed every shot, man. It's a tough one.
I don't want to go.
I'm gonna have to stick. I'm gonna pretend that the Man U match didn't happen and just go with the Brighton, who are still playing well.
Wait, who did they play? They played Luton, didn't they? So you can't tell anything off that match either. It's early days, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick to my guns and just go Brighton.
I'm going Brighton 2-1.
I'm not even giving them a goal.
I'm going Brighton 2-1. Let's see what the chat are predicting in this. Martin's saying 1-1. Wolves were good. Mark is saying 2-2. Samir is saying 1-1. Mike's saying 1-3 to Brighton. 007 saying a Wolves win. Bloody hell. Greg wants to know, a goal, bridge, and twist related? No, why would they be related? But anyway, let's have a look at your predictions. Mark's saying if it was missed chances, it'd be 6-0 to Wolves, 3-1 from Burnley, 2-1 from Joseph as well. 70% have gone for a Brighton win, 11% for Wolves. In terms of you guys, only a handful have gone for Wolves. Dylan Sherwood, Dave, Hong Kong Fui, and the name that shall not be mentioned on this stream. Loads going for the draw, and then the majority of you guys going for a Brighton win. Any hefty scores? Not really. 3 being the highest. I just mark it down, chat. I still think this could be a draw. It just smells like it could be a draw for me. Kuna is a great player. I do rate him. I would have taken him at Forest. Okay, let's move on to the next heads up. This should be fun. I'm going to sit back and hand over to you two. Start with you, Mo.
Oof. You know what? As we said, was it that Wolves are so bad, so good, or Man U just so bad? Because to be honest, and I said it last week, Spurs actually did all right. I'll take a draw against Brentford. We probably should have won. I don't think it was a penalty. Talking about penalties. We had Ange Ball. Ange's style of play is a lot, more similar to Pochettino. Fast, attacking, passing, 70% possession. We've got into attacking positions, but we've lost that edge, obviously, up front. We need Richarlison to, take over the helms, get used to that position, and start scoring goals like he does for Brazil. And, replacing Kane will never, ever happen. He's just too good. But, we need the goals coming from different departments now, which I think with Ange Ball will work. And Maddison. You know what? Maddison was Maddison. I didn't used to like Maddison, his attitude and all that stuff. Now that he's a Spurs player.
I've been saying it.
Yeah, you always have bigged him up. Yeah, I mean, he just slotted right in. He was through balling Richarlison in. Everything went through him. He got assists, got 2 assists. I mean, he done well. And the other thing is the left back, Edogi, the new one, he's decent. The centre back's looking decent, Van der Ven. Romero, unfortunately, got that concussion. So I hope he plays. If he plays, Van der Ven and Romero, I think we might edge this. Because we did play pretty damn well. I think we can run circles around Man U.
Okay.
Let's get the other side.
And by the way, the other thing, Casemiro was looking leggy the other day. He looks like you need someone to back him up there. And I don't think it's going to be Mount.
Yeah.
I get Rooney vibes from freaking Casemiro coming back.
It looks like he aged 3 years over the summer.
That was worrying. But look, I'm never usually worried going into Spurs games, man. But this one has got me a little bit worried, man. This Aussie ball. This Ange ball, whatever you want to call it, man. Spurs actually...
he was going to be the guy replacing Cooper after Leicester. He's good mates with Marinakis, yeah. Last season. But anyway,
that makes sense because he's Greek as well, isn't he? Greek-Australian.
Yeah, he chills with Marinakis in Greece. Sorry, go on, Nick.
Spurs look decent, man. Well, more than decent. Look very good against Brentford, to be fair. The setup they've gone for seems to be working, man. No more 3 at the back. They finally got that man in midfield in the hole in Maddison that they've been crying out for since probably Ericsson or whatever. So Richarlison needs to step up his game. He didn't look too sharp against...
He was absent, man. He needs to really step it up.
Son needs to sort of re-find his form from a couple of years ago as well, but... There's stuff there. You can see what he's trying to do, at least. You can see that he's going out there to play the right style of football, which you've been absolutely gagging for since freaking the last 2 managers in Conte and Mourinho have been dire to watch. So Spurs this year are going to be a good watch, and I'm definitely more worried about this fixture now after the weekend results, and especially our performance against Wolves, because talk about his style of play for Spurs. Ten Hag is trying to get a style of play working at Man U, and it's just not fitting right. I mean, I'm not going to base it off just one game. I'm just going to still got hope, but the two midfielders, Mount and Fernandes and Casemiro, looking out of shape against Wolves. I don't think he's going to risk that again. He can't risk that again against Spurs, because Spurs are going to be on us, and we could be down by a few goals by half time if we play the same way, because you've got way better finishers than Wolves have.
Nick, so you know what the weird thing was when I spoke to your boy 35, Rio Ferdinand, and I said to him, Mount is going to be a headache for your lot. I said to him that you're shoving Bruno out wide, and he looked at me like I was speaking Greek, and he's like, no. He goes, we'll be fine. He goes, we'll find the balance in there. And I was like, how are you going to find the balance in there when you're trying to shoehorn in Mount? Like, are you ready to admit 0 crosses, 0 shots, 0 everything? Yeah. 1 big nose.
Again, the Man U hype of everything gets bigged up out of proportion. Mount did 0 this, 0 that. I'm not going to do the whataboutism, but Havertz got the same kind of stats and stuff like that.
I've said the same thing. You can't. That's strawman and red herring.
Look, everyone, even the Man U fans, all had concerns about Mount and Bruno in the same team, especially with Mount pushing up so high like he did against Wolves on Monday. And last season, it was Eriksen who was just sitting there, and he struggled to get back because he sat more deeper, but he struggled in the tackles. He struggled in the last 90 minutes. And I thought, okay, Mount comes in. He's more energetic. He's younger. He's going to offer some goals as well from that position. But based on that one performance against Wolves, and it's only one game, it didn't work. And against the big boys, he has priced it up.
It didn't work. He was crap, man.
Look, Mount wasn't even the worst player on the pitch, man. Bruno probably had a worse game, except that he got the assist for the goal.
Because he's been shoehorned into a wrong position.
Who, Bruno or Mount?
Yeah, Bruno.
Bruno basically played the same place he always plays. We were just playing with 2 8s further up and with Casemiro sitting behind. Now, I always thought in my head he was going to set up that way against the lower teams like the Wolves, and it would work. And then when we go to the places like Spurs away, we'd set up with hopefully an Amrabat, but at the moment it's probably going to be a McTominay. So whether he does that against Spurs, I don't know. He's probably going to lump out freaking Bruno on the wing or do something like that. And I'm not as confident in this game as I was last week. I don't want to put us down for a draw. Definitely not putting us down for a loss.
Oh, wow.
So that leaves you one option then.
It means the one and only option of 2-1 Man U, man.
Chat, what are you going on this, chat? What are you going on this? I think you can't play any worse than you did against Wolves.
That is the only good thing.
Yeah, but even if you do, and I'm sure Mo will back me up here, I'm sure your biggest worry about Man U, Mo, is VAR.
That's the thing, yeah. Actually, now that you make that point, I might have to go for a draw instead of a Spurs win.
Yeah,
it's a good point.
It's a big factor. It's a big factor. I can see there being goals though in this game. I might go 2-2.
I can see it in a good game. You're going 2-2?
I think so. The Spursy factor might kick in here.
Yeah, that's the thing. When do you lose the Spursy factor? How long does that last?
I'm going 2-1 Spurs.
Never.
I'm going 2-1 Spurs. Greg is saying 0-0 Bourfest.
Nah.
James is saying only a matter of time before that ferret gets 2 yellows for moaning.
I can't wait for that. I like that new rule.
Dino's like Spurs versus Man U plus VAR. Absolutely. James saying a draw. Brinley saying Man U biggest cheaters. I hope they lose. Thank you. I love how educated I do love you guys.
So educated.
I'm going 2-1 Spurs. I think Spurs have impressed me with their Aussie ball. But I do worry. For the Spurs fans about VAR in the Varchester United. Let's see what you guys have done. Who's favourites on this? 17% Spurs. Wow. That's across the whole pool, by the way, not just our group. 31% for the draw, and 52 have got Man U as favourites. That surprises me. That's surprising. Let's see what the guys have gone and girls.
4-3.
4-3. That's a Kevin Keegan style game there. A few Spurs wins here. Sai's gone Spurs as well. So's Echo. Dave, Ant, DJ all going Spurs. A lot of draws. A lot of draws. And then Here's the twist brigade. Oh, Martin's gone for a Man U win. It's disgusting. Yeah. Lunty has gone a 2-1 win. Kirk, is he going to still be in the top 5 going 2-1 for that?
Hoyland is still out, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's got no back. Okay. It's a bit like Man U, they have no spine. So across you guys, it looks quite split, to be honest. It looks about probably more in favor of Man U or the draw than Spurs going for the win. But okay, onwards and upwards. Oh, this is a tasty match. Oof. I am interested in this match.
That's on Saturday as well. My God.
8 o'clock. Yeah. Is that on TV?
It's got to be on TV.
Yeah, this is that new time slot they've got now, 8 p.m. on a Saturday night. Tough one.
And here and just by magic, Spacebar appears. It's like he knows when we're going to talk about Newcastle.
Thank you.
Mose, kick us off on this one. Newcastle coming off a 5-1 win. Man City coming off a routine 3-0 win. Yeah, Newcastle were impressive, to be honest.
Right, is a hard one. Yeah, I know. They absolutely decimated Villa as well. They just ran to Isaac was looking good. But it's Man City, isn't it? I mean, they just got the confidence boost of last night as well. Super Cup champion.
They're playing on the Saturday, not the Sunday. Pep was crying about that, wasn't
he? Are they tired? Yeah, there could be some tired. That Palmer looks like a player, doesn't he, as well? He always just seems to find him. They got like Rico Lewis as well, the young gun. They just, they spend a lot of money, but they find some youngsters as well.
Is that the guy you met when we went to the Forest match?
Yeah, I was sitting next to his dad.
Okay.
Yeah, he's decent. I really don't want to say draw because I just feel like Man City have to edge it, man. Come on, they're at home. Not that their home is that exciting, to be honest.
If you're in the chat, what are you guys going? I want to see what their goggles are saying. Well, you want to go a draw, but it's Man City, man.
I want to go a draw, and I'm thinking about the tired legs, but they always just seem to find a way, especially at home. It's so difficult. I don't know. I'm just going to go home. I'm just going to go with the home rule. It's got to be.
The thing is with Man City this year, man.
Before you come in, Nick, just before you come in, there's over 100 of you in here. Thank you for chilling with us. If you would like Nick to apologize for what he said about the butt after the penalty, please let me know by hitting that like button. Only 31 of you have so far. So hit that like button. And go on, Twist. Who are you going with this one?
It is a real tough one, man. I mean, initially my instinct was saying draw because, look, with Man City last year, they always kind of had two teams in the attack. If that Mahrez would dip in for a Champions League or dip out for the Premier League or vice versa. I feel like they're lacking a bit of that depth. And obviously they're talking about getting Paquete in. And Palmer's done well when he's come in. He did well last night. So they've still got quality players, but it was a hot night last night in Greece. And they played penalties as well, long trip back. Newcastle storming it at the weekend. It does lean itself towards a draw. And with Newcastle's team, man, I mean, we had them outside the top 4 in our predictions at the start of the season, but that 3 in the midfield, man, is debatably the best 3-man midfield in the league. In Tonali, Ramirez, and Joe Linton, man. You can't argue with that 3 right now. So
it's balanced, isn't it?
It's balanced. It's perfect balance. So they're going to go there and cause them some issues. Whether they can win, like Simple as says, it's always hard to go against Man City, especially at home. And I don't really want to freaking go a draw, man, and risk it all. So I'm probably just going to go Man City to win.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I'm going to go... I don't know. I feel like it is a draw.
You've got a soft spot for Newcastle, man. Let's shine out.
Well, it's been ground down by the players we bought off them. But in terms of their football style, I do like it. I think I'm going to go 2-1. I'm just going to go twist.
After all that, you guys know safest result.
Hey, risking it, man. Hey, risking it. I'm really interested to see what the split is on the pot here. Let's have a look. Maydog saying 3-1 to City. Spacebar saying 2-1 City. He's not a true tune. All right, we've got only 78%. I know it sounds weird to say only, but that's quite low for a Man City game at home. 17% going the draw and 5% going with the tune. I mean, this is going to be resounding, surely. Let's have a look if anyone's gone against the grain. Anyone stuck their neck out? Quite a few have gone for a draw, you know. Ads has gone for a draw. David's gone for a draw. Evil Jim's gone for a draw. Your lot's boy RB. Sai's gone for a draw. And a few are taking a risk. Emma's gone 2-1 Newcastle. Snowy 1-0. Oh,
you can see it.
I'll tell you what. If Newcastle win this, do they have to be thought about seriously about maybe title challenges, if not top 4 minimum?
No, because I feel the moment the Champions League kicks in, they're going to start dropping some points here and there. So,
chat, yes or no? A Newcastle in contention for a top 4? Let's go with that first. Just a wire N in the chat. And let's move on to Villa Everton. Something about Villa that, even though I like Emre and what he's doing, I still find him boring to watch, man. Just smelly Villa, man. I don't know, Nick, kick us off on this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's a weird game, man. I mean, everyone expected a tight affair between Villa and Newcastle. A lot of people had tipped them both to be sort of floating around in the top 4 challenges. So, yeah, to lose that big was on the opening day was a bit weird. And then when they were already like 3-4 down, they were playing such a high line on the halfway line. I don't really understand the tactics there. But if we base off what they were doing last year, they were playing good football. So, and especially at home, they were doing well. And against Everton, for me, this has got to be a banker home win. And players like Diaby and Watkins up top, I can't see Everton keeping them out. So I'm not going to go 2-1. I might actually go 3-0 for this one. Comfortable Villa win.
3-0. Interesting. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to put that last result back down to they were away. They were at Newcastle. They went down a couple of goals and they just sort of capitulated. I think they'll. Yeah, I don't know if they'll be as strong this season. I think that's what we said in the predictor, in the table predictor. But to not beat Everton, I'd be shocked. Come on.
Everton, I gotta say, Everton were decent, man, against
Fulham.
Fulham.
They look decent against Fulham.
They just have Mope up front. I mean, you gotta feel sorry for them.
Yeah, but again, that's Fulham. I mean, Villa's a different beast in the last year or so, but I'm going to stick with Villa for this one. I'm going to give them benefit of the doubt. Although they didn't look too impressive, it was Newcastle, and we don't know how high. Newcastle is a potential top 4 team. So let's go Villa for this. 2-0 for me.
I don't think it's going to be convincing. I probably would agree with you on 2-0. Are Everton in trouble? I don't know. They've got will they start Dan Juma this time? Mo's boy.
He didn't start. He didn't come until like 75th minute. Yeah. They could have won I'm so annoyed about that game.
The thing is, Villa looked so good when they were playing in that American series, the Premier League series thing. I just can't look past Diaby. I think Diaby is going to be the best signing of the summer. I'm going to go 2-0 Villa. 2-0 or 2-1. Can Everton score?
Doubt it.
If I go 2-0 now, it will be 2-1. And if I go 2-1, it will be 2-0.
What would you gut, man? Go gut.
My gut was 2-0. All right, I'll go with the guts.
Great.
Okay, let's just jump down. Got a couple more matches to go. West Ham against Chelsea.
London derby.
Nick, I was impressed with Chelsea.
Yeah, they were good.
After they went 2-0 down.
After they were 2-0 down, yeah. I mean, they dominated the majority of the game, to be fair. And they played good football. And I'm guessing, I'm not sure who's fit and who's available out of Caicedo and Lavia, whether they both come straight in or not. But part of them two with Enzo, then that's their midfield 3, I assume, sorted. Or whether Caicedo and Lavia play alternate and one of them's on the bench or not, I'm not sure. But linked with John, we talked about that earlier. They're still lacking a goal scorer. Jackson, I thought he looked okay, he looked decent. I don't know if he's the man that's going to get him 20-25 goals this season. I still think they need to go out and spend big on a big striker if they really want to be challenging for the Champions League spots. I've always said Osman, if you've got the 150 million to spend, just go out and get him. But anyway, they're going to rely on Jackson, Sterling, and then these 3 that I said in midfield. I mean, they're starting to build something good. Spent a lot of money to get there. And Poch is going to get him playing a lot better football. And for this game, bring it back to the game, I think it's going to be a comfortable win, man. I think West Ham still a bit in the mud. They still don't know what they're doing. They do want Maguire, Paquete on the way out. Still a lot of business to be done at West Ham. So I'm going to go Chelsea 3-1.
That's exactly what I went. Damn it, man.
Okay. Just before I go into my predictions, I got a bit of breaking news. Our mates from Football Prizes are just sending me a message. Hot off the press. Hold on. How do I change this crap? 1 second, guys. Let's just put these ugly mugs on quickly. So the Morgan Gibbs-White offer has literally 2 hours left on it. Wait, let me just. Someone say something. Hold on. Okay, I've got it. Don't worry. I'm on it. So this Morgan Gibbs-White offer here for you guys, which is literally, is that showing? Because I can't see it.
Nope. It's coming. Something's loading. There you go.
Okay. This Morgan Gibbs-White framed signed shirt only has about 35 tickets left. Now, Bill has just messaged me and said the Awoni photo hasn't been claimed, the free Insta-win prize. And bigger than that, the squad shirt is still in one of these 35 tickets as an Insta-win. So if you haven't got your tickets yet, you've got, as you can see here, literally 2 hours. The link's in the description, or press or type !MGW in the chat, and that will be the link for you. But that squad shirt, this one right here, let me just make it a little bigger. That one there has not been claimed. Not been claimed. So you got a 1 in 35 chance minimum of getting that. And of course, this LED signed frame shirt, 2 hours away on it all. So if you haven't got your tickets yet, quickly get it. You could be in with a chance to easily win a free Forest shirt, if not the actual MGW frame ticket. I really hope I win that. It looks so good. Okay. So check that out! !MGW in the chat.
If you win that, that's just corruption. If you win that, that's kind of Man United style corruption and VAR and that.
VAR kicking in. All right, let's get back into the Predictor League and let's see if this will work. There we go. Okay, so you guys are both saying 3-1. I don't think it'll be 3-1. I think it'll be 2-1 for me for Chelsea. I just don't think they've got the firepower than Cuckoo missing, man. I really don't. But anyway, okay, this is a tough one. Yeah, Wolverine, very funny, Dino, very funny. And just as Burnley is done, if you hit !MGW written like that, you can go and grab it. $3.95 for those tickets. If you win the shirt, just WhatsApp me. I want to know who wins it, and I may make you an offer you can't refuse. Okay, Chelsea, Arsenal. Now, obviously, Forest played Arsenal, and Arsenal were in second gear.
Chelsea, we're talking about Chelsea.
Sorry, Crystal Palace, Arsenal. Arsenal were in second, third gear for most of that second half, and then suddenly Forest scored, and they panicked, which, not bad. But they do have a few more gears to get out of. I still think they have the same issue as Manchester United with this Kai Havertz issue. I think they're trying to shoehorn him in. But they do look tasty. Palace now keeping Elise. He signed a 4-year deal. Who did they beat? They beat Sheffield United only 1-0. In that Richmond FC top, Ted Lasso style, Mo, can Palace get anything at home to Arsenal? And chat, what do you think?
You know what? Just for that fight with Lowe, I just want to give Hodgson just some credit, man. Just absolutely cracked me up.
He was up for the challenge.
He was ready to fight, man. He was like AJ Fury, like, well, he's stepping up to me for I'll knock you out. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. That guy, I don't even think he should be managing at the moment, and he's still trying to fight at the. That was funny. So I kind of.
You're all the same.
Yeah, I want to give him a win just for that, but and obviously against Arsenal, but I can't really see it. They both actually dominated the play in terms of possession, but in their last matches. But I don't think Palace can do that against Arsenal, as we know. They're going to be too strong for them, unfortunately. I mean, it is a London derby. Palace is a rocking stadium. I'll give them that. Their fans are really good, but Arsenal's going to be too strong.
Shed, man. It's a bike shed attached to.
It is a bike shed. It's quite funny when you walk, outside of it. You're literally just on the street. It's like a normal road, and then they're just on it. But but Arsenal are going to be too strong for them. This is not the kind of Palace. If they're going to stay up or whatever they want to do, it's not going to be these wins against Arsenal that are going to, or these matches against Arsenal that will decide that. So I'm going to go with the Arsenal, maybe 2-1, something like that. I do think Palace might score.
Okay, just before I go over to Twist on his thoughts, Stoney said like 30 seconds ago there's 20 tickets left. I've just refreshed. There's 12. So you guys are munching them up. If you've won the shirt, let me know in the chat. No way, Mike, you won it. What, the MG dub? No, you haven't, you liar. No, you haven't. If you've won it, let me know. If you did really win it, Mike, then send me a screenshot. But there is now 12 tickets left. Okay, sorry, Nick, go on. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, like Simple as said, it's always a tough place to go, Selhurst Park. Arsenal's team is basically, I rate both their wingers. Obviously, Martinelli and Saki, probably the best two wingers in the league. They still need a striker. Havertz's issue, where does he fit in? I don't know. And now Timber's out. So Timber's out for what? We're looking at the best part of the season. So do they bring someone in to replace him, or are they just going to live with the Saliba and maybe White filling in every now and again? So they've got some issues. And finally, they get some injuries, because last season we was always talking about them not getting many injuries. So let's see how they handle this Timber one. But bring it back to this game. I did say in the prediction team, the table predictions a couple of weeks ago, that Palace might struggle this year, and because I was expecting Elise to go, so I'm pretty surprised he signed a new contract, man. He had that 35 million release clause. I thought a lot of clubs would be sniffing around, and it looks like Chelsea might have come in illegally for him or done something and scared them away, and he's ended up signing a new deal. So they've still got Elise, they've still got SA, they've still got quality players. They're going to probably stay up, I think, now, and they'll cause Arsenal a few issues, but like Simple as I think it's going to be a narrow Arsenal victory.
Mike, if you just put exclamation mark WhatsApp, that should give you the number in the chat. Yeah, let's see if he's trolling us, guys. There's only like 11 or 10 tickets left now. I just feel Palace have got something about them, man. And you know what, Mike? I've just messaged Football Prizes, and you're telling the truth. Congratulations, mate. Congratulations. You got the insta win. Now, who got the Iwanyi insta win is what I want to know. Congratulations, Mike. I expect a little side piece coming my way for reminding you to get it. Well done. It is ticket number 100. I do believe you. Because they just told me it is. But congratulations. I think this is another 1-0, 2-0 one. So I'm going to go Arsenal 2-0 here.
I was going to say, you've literally done a 2-1 in every game nearly.
I've been the 2-1 whore today, haven't I? I've been the 2-1 whore.
Why would Elise sign that new contract? I don't understand.
Because Chelsea were going to get screwed for the illegal tap-up.
Yeah, but he could have gone somewhere else. If
that is true. That is true.
Not the clubs we want. I'll take them at Spurs.
90% have gone for Arsenal, 7% for the draw, 3% for Palace. DJ Horn, what are you doing? 2-1 Palace. Jimmy 2-all. My God. And then everyone else going Arsenal. Is anyone going for a smasher? David's gone 3-0. So's Hornets. So's Sydney. Any bigger scores? A lot of 2-1s. Mo, you sat on the 2-1 fence there. You don't just cut me down for 2-1 and talk me out of it. You guys are idiots.
We invented it. Me and Simple As were the actual inventors of the 2-1 strategy in this game, man. Now you're just copying.
Tricky Mickey's gone 4-1. That's the highest one. And Marky Boy's gone 3-1. Interesting. Okay. That is Mark, isn't it? Yeah, wait, is Mark. Okay, I think that is all the games for the weekend, guys. Congratulations again to Mikey Boy. He definitely did win it. I think the Iwanyi is still up for grabs, but more importantly, that Morgan Gibbs-White one is sitting there waiting for it to happen. So make sure it's down to like 9 or 10 tickets now. You've got an hour and 55. And fear not, ladies and gents, we are back at 8 p.m. with those grumpy old pricks, the grumpy old Reds, and we will be looking ahead to the big one, Forest versus Sheffield United. So go grab yourself some dinner. We'll be back in a couple of hours' time. I know Ant is annoyed about Scarpa. I may let him off the leash and really see what he thinks about what's going on. What he thinks about there. So if you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe to FFTV. We'll see you at 8 p.m. tonight. And come on, you Reds.